What's up, Tattle Tells? Remember when I said yesterday that I was going to bring y'all some season 14 tea? Well, I researched into that fight with Kandi and Marlow, and I also got some tea on Sheree and Tyrone. Now listen, I want to first talk about what took me so long to report this, and I'll tell you, I didn't believe it was true. I did not believe it was true when I heard the streets whispering, right? I know I've been busy making other videos, so I haven't really been in Real Housewives of Atlanta tea, but baby, I'm back. I actually didn't believe it was true because honestly, Kandi's done so much for Marlow. I didn't see how this could be true. Kandi was the first person to say she wanted her to have a peach. She literally tried to get her own show when she couldn't get a peach, and she's been nothing but supportive. I'm gonna outline how she's been supportive in the video, but I didn't think it was true. But y'all, I tapped the streets, and the streets came back. Streets came back and said, yeah, baby, it's all true. But guess what? There's a little twist because everybody's really, I don't know, puzzled at what Marlow's actual goal is. Anyway, listen, let's get into this mess. Now, y'all want the juice. Y'all want to know what happened. Y'all want to know what the beef could be. Listen, people are giving me varying things, but I'm going to tell y'all everything they told me, and we can make up our own minds. Y'all ready for this? All right, let's go. I know y'all saying, Tisa, what took you so long to get the dirt? Baby, haven't you been checking out my channel? I've been pumping out content left and right. So if you get a chance, make sure you look at all my hard work and give me a big zap. Tell me if you love it. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you hate it. Also, don't forget, we're doing the members only live Friday at 9:30, and that's when we get into the gutter. You know everything I report, I've tried to verify at least 4 times, so I don't just be saying anything, right? And y'all can say what you want, but if you don't want to say that I got facts, you can say that I might read minds and I predict the future, because everything I've said has come to pass, all right? So don't forget to sign up for the membership. It's only $4.99 a month. You can cancel it anytime. Yo, we talk about that later. Let's get into this mess and what Marlow was popping off about. So the one thing I wanted to know is, why were Marlow and Kandi even fighting? Because Kandi, in my opinion, has been one of Marlow's biggest supporters. I'm going to show you stuff about that later, but let's actually talk about it. Kandi has been one of Marlow's biggest supporters. Now, all my sources were a little bit confused, saying literally, Marlow don't got no reason to argue with Kandi. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Everybody got pride. Everybody got ego. Everybody might step on people's feet. However, we know for a fact that's not Kandi Burruss' style. My sources are telling me that the issue might be that Marlow, now that she has a peach, is aiming for that center peach, and she is willing to do whatever she needs to do to get it. Even creating some type of beef or feud or whatever, right? With the one cast member that is also neutral, that never really gets sucked into any beef. I mean, think about it. It's your first season. You're able to somehow start beef with Kandi Burruss and get a reaction out of her. Something we haven't seen in a long time. The last time we got a reaction out of Kandi was when Portia tried to accuse her of doing criminal behavior. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're making an impact, and not only that, you're giving something the producers they want. The producers want new drama in a new way. And if you can cook up drama with Kandi, who, as much as y'all say she is the center right now of Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? Also, my sources are saying this actually might be Marlow's own projections, right? She said that Kenya was sick that she got a peach, which I don't know if that's true or not, because Kenya's always been supportive. She said Kandi, right, was a little shocked, but very happy. Now, I know that from what I see to be an outright lie. Well, I don't want to call it a lie, right? But it might just be the way she's looking at things is a little bit skewed, right? Because Kandi was the main one suggesting that Marlow get a peach. Kandi bought Marlow on speak on it when Portia looked like she was trying to get Marlow fired. Kandi was always the one pulling for Marlow to be a part of the group. Kandi was the first one on her show to actually say that Marlow deserved a peach. She actually made a public statement about it. So why would Kandi be a little shocked about Marlow getting a peach when Kandi was the main one rooting for you? Now listen, we can all agree, Marlow tries it sometime, right? And listen, to be a housewife, you have to try it. Marlow tries it a lot. But one thing certain is Kandi's always been supportive of her. Now, some people are saying that Marlow's a little bit ungrateful. Again, you know how it is. You saw the way Drew got impeached and lost her damn mind. And from what I've heard, she's still losing her damn mind, right? But you saw the way Drew got impeached and she lost her damn mind. What makes y'all think that Marlow is any more immune? Remember how when she was posting earlier in the season, you got to keep up with so much. She literally is focused. Her personal life is being opened up more than it's ever been opened up before. She's raising her 2 nephews, super admirable. But she's also building a new house. She's keeping up. There's a lot of pressure to produce. Because one thing we know about Real Housewives of Atlanta, the Lord taketh, and the Lord giveth, and the producers will take it away whenever they feel. If they don't. I mean, honestly, look how many times Sheree's been there and back. Speaking of Sheree, right? Y'all, the girlies are saying, the speculation, but the girlies are saying that Tyrone pretty much ghosted her. The girlies are saying, right? That basically Tyrone had other women. And when he was in jail, it was fine. And I don't know how these men in jail be having a bunch of women, but I guess there's a whole show called Love After Lockup. So I don't know, right? But the girlies are saying that Tyrone's had other women. It was cool with Sheree, but now that Sheree wants him to come on and be his focus and his love interest, he don't want to mess up anything with a girl he really likes, so he ghosted Sheree. And then if she stays on for another season and it don't work out with the girl, he can always come back. And if she doesn't stay on for another season, he can come back too, right? That's what the streets are saying. That's what the girlies are saying. We know that Sheree's been pictured in a bridal boutique, but it ain't got nothing to do with Tyrone. Because he is not messing around with her. And also, that's what explained why Tyrone actually issued a statement saying, I would never meet with her outside the halfway house. Because his other girlfriend was like, what? But I thought you said that you had to do your let me stop. I don't even know what happens in halfway's house. But I thought you said if I put up money on your oodles and noodles, that it was going to be me and you forever. Let me stop. Let's get back to Marlow. But listen, honestly, no one is truly aware of what Marlow's focus is and why she trying to start beef and continue it, and why she looked for a moment with Kandi. My sources are saying that she was searching for a moment and she made sure it happened. The word ungrateful was thrown around. However, Marlow is self-made. I do want to say this, right? Let's think about it, because we need to roll through this a little bit more. Listen, when Marlow got her nephews, Marlow would always come and she would always be invited to all the kids' parties that Kandi threw. Not just the parties you see on TV, but the actual personal parties where they also invite their families and friends along. So, there's like one birthday party that's filmed and it has family and friends, but then there's another party that's like more personal and like a core circle. Marlow was always invited to that by Kandi. We look at the speak on it, right? Marlow had Kandi had Marlow on speak on it and defended her when hardly anyone else, and gave her a platform. Kandi was the first to say that Marlow deserved a peach. In the year-end recap that Kandi did, Kandi said, I love Marlow and I want her to be on. Literally, like the proof's there. She always looked out. And here's the thing. My sources are saying that Kandi was always down and cool to Marlow even when the cameras weren't rolling. So you can't even say that Kandi was just being fake or phony. I never really heard anyone describe Kandi as fake or phony. But even if you wanted to go so far, you couldn't even say it because the proof is in the pudding. Marlow said that she was super tight with Portia, but as soon as Portia couldn't use her anymore, Portia kicked her to the curb and it just clearly destroyed her. She said stuff with Kenya. When has Kandi done anything but support her? And all of this is documented online. So it just leads me to believe, Marlow, what is her goal? Why did you need to start a moment with Kandi? My sources are telling me that everybody's confused. Not about why she started it. She wanted a moment. But also, what is your goal? It seems to me you might be going down the wrong road. Why is that? Well, let's look at this. And the one thing I forgot to mention. Remember when Kandi literally gave Marlow a lead in her own show that her and Todd were producing because they wouldn't give her a peach? Kandi always been down for Marlow. That you can't argue with that, right? So you're starting beef with Kandi, but why do I think it's the wrong road? Because when you start beef with an OG and you've been there and you're the new person on the block, not as a friend, not as a friend, but as not as a friend of the housewives, but an actual cast member. Don't forget what happened with Shaw's of Sunset. You know, where, if I don't know if any of y'all watched it, but when Lily Galici and Asa, I used to love Asa, Jimmy, Asa had the best style. I love that little Pisces queen, right? But when you do that, it's easy for the producers to just milk drama out of you, and then you get cast to the side because they always look at you as replaceable. So I think Marlow knows Kandi a little bit to know that Kandi likes good TV. Do you know what I'm saying? She understands, which is why I think her and Kenya bond. They understand good TV, and they understand what it takes to make a moment. Don't forget that Marlow and Kandi actually bumped head. I think it was on season 3 or season 4 of the reunion, right? But even though she bumped heads, right? There's something about this argument that Kandi just really feel like Marlow disrespected her and kind of went under the belt, you know? Really, really disrespected her and really went under the belt. You know, Kandi likes good TV, but just like what happened with Nene and what happens with Portia, right? There comes that line where it's like, is it good TV or do you just not like me? And that's why you're coming at me, because you just don't like me. And at this point, Kandi's looking like, yo, I've been nothing but good to you. Why are you doing this? Again, you can say what you want about Kandi, but listen, Kandi has a track record. Kandi always wants everybody to win. It seems like she really believes in people. And it seems like she hones talent and actually raises talent up. If she likes you, if she respects you, and if she goes, she actually puts her money where her mouth is.